very close and is not at all a good camera angle. Burning my fingers for the sake of the video. Yeah. Hey there everybody, how's it going? Still waiting for votes here. How are all you lovely people today? So today I decided to make a video that's a little bit different and a little bit odd for YouTube, content-wise. And don't worry, it's safe for work, okay? So you don't need to minimize the tab right now while your boss is looking over your shoulder or whatever. Well, you should probably do that anyway, just so you look like you're being productive. But anyways, so it's not that strange, it's just a little, it's different as far as YouTube standards go. So, yesterday, I was sort of accidentally cleaning my room. I know, don't ask me how that works. And I stumbled upon, not literally, although I could have, but I stumbled upon a bag of rocks. So without further ado, this is my bag of rocks. Yeah, excuse all the rattling of the bags. It's in a bunch of grocery bags. But it's been like years since I've actually looked in this bag, so who knows what kind of nostalgic things are going to come out of this. Or dusty things. Most likely dusty because I remember specifically the reason that these rocks are in this bag is because one of them was either deteriorating or it was a sandstone. I'm not sure. But anyways, so there's a bunch of dust at the bottom of this rock. So here we go. Bag, not rock. Bottom of this bag. So at the very top here, I'm going to take it out and be very careful with it. But this is a piece of the rock that is falling apart. And so, as you can see, if I were to move this, like try and squeeze it at all, it would crumble like cereal, basically. Like, it's weaker than cereal. There's a bit of like quartz and stuff in there, and yeah. But that's I thought for the longest time that it's a sandstone, just because it's deteriorating. I don't know if it is or not. If you people are rock experts out there, that'd be something great to know. I don't know how many rocks are in here, by the way, so this should be fun. This is a nice rock. It has an interesting shape. It's good for stacking. Not sure what kind of rock it is. It's your average looking rock, but it looks to be sedimentary. Again, I don't remember all the rock terms and all that business, but yeah. This is another cool rock. It's like a triangular shape, also nice for stacking. I like these triangular rocks, you'll see. I sort of had a thing about, I don't think this is from that, but I used to have a thing about anything that was triangular shaped and was rock was like an arrowhead. But yeah, no, I know better now. And I'm pretty sure I knew better at this point too. But as you can see, there are like these little tunnely looking things in there, which may or may not be fossils or anything like that. But yeah, so there's that. Here's a piece of wood. Driftwood. It's nice and floaty. It actually, as I've just noticed now, has the word wood. You probably can't see it, but it has the word wood carved into it, which I'm pretty sure wasn't done by me. But yeah, it looks kind of like a little like something you could eat off of. Very dusty. This next rock is freaking awesome, I must say. First of all, the shape is very interesting in general, and I don't know if you can see it. Here, I'll hold it up to the light here. But it's very shiny. It's gold. It's got gold. Like, I don't know if fool's gold or whatever in it. And that's that side, and the other side has like black, shiny stuff. So yeah, it's a really cool rock. I actually really like that one. And I forgot that was in there, so that's good to know. Not that I'll remember. Ooh, another really awesome shiny rock with probably more fool's gold. Again, not sure if you can see it or whatever. Not even sure if I'm in the shot because, in case you couldn't tell by the camera going, Wobbly, 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 wobbly. I'm recording from my bed again. And as you know, recording on my bed causes the camera to go very wobbly, despite being on a tripod. I did want to have this nice other painting over here in the shot, but it was too close. So here's some nice quartz. That's nice. I try to collect unique quartz because quartz is fairly common, and I have a lot of it, but it's nice. It's a nice rock. Or is it a mineral? I'm not sure. I think this next one is actually just a piece of concrete that was shaped into a nice little circle, which would be nice for skipping maybe. But yeah, I think it's pretty cool because it looks almost like pumice. My hands are really shaky, sorry about that. Artist problems. This one's pretty cool too. And it has some rose quartz, I believe, which is the pinky stuff in it. And I like when rocks have like the lines through them, which I know is just and it also has a bit of shininess in it. But I know it's just a result of like, obviously the layers of things. But anyways, it still looks nice. You might see me pause on a couple of these rocks is because I'm trying to remember if there was any actual like fossils or anything in them that I should be pointing out to you on the camera. I think this one just looked cool and was kind of like a dinosaur egg. I don't know, I think I saw Jurassic Park around that time, or it was like a tooth or something. I don't know. It just looks really interesting. And sort of, now that I look at it again, like an Easter Island head. If you look at it, sort of. Maybe. And again, this was another thing that resembled, sort of resembled an arrowhead. So I have a thing about picking up artifact-looking things. And I always find this particular type of rock to be very interesting. Because they always kind of look like they have fossils, even if they're not fossils. Hoping that shows up alright. But yeah, how it's got like little carvings out of it and stuff. So yeah, and you can often find like seashells in these ones too. I don't want to just be like, oh yeah, here's one right now, and show you guys, and then you be like, no, stupid, that's just the way the rock looks. But yeah, these are nice rocks. This is a very interesting rock, and I have no idea what it is, but maybe you guys can tell me. It looks like a type of, almost like a crystal forming. It may just be another type of quartz, but it's not shiny like quartz, and it's very sort of matte. It has some shiny bits in it, like just right in there. But aside from that, it kind of seems to grow in like all directions or something. And it has sort of crystal-like shapes, as in like a sort of geometric type of things, you know. So that's one of my favorites, just because of how unique looking it is. Here's the biggest one one of the biggest ones in here, which has some nice quartz throughout it, as well as some fossil-like thingamajiggers and a purple spot. I like the purple spot. But here's the fossil type thing. I wish I could show you guys with like a light right on it and everything. But yeah, it's basically this line, the curvy line right there. And I know it's not just part of the rock. Well, part of the rock, obviously, but I know it's not. I can tell it used to be a living thing. Because of the way it's shaped. There's actually a few of these shapes in here, like this V-shaped thing here, as well as this other curve right at the top there. It's got some lines through it. So this one is fairly full of nice little shapes and patterns and everything to look at. I think there's actually like maybe pieces of metal in it too. I'm not sure. It's hard to tell. Because it's a rock. Yeah, this is a very nice rock, though I'm fairly certain that it was painted. Not necessarily by me, but yeah, it was clearly painted. I mean, it's shiny, it's nice and bronze. I don't know if you can see it, the shininess of it, but it's very clearly painted due to the fact that there's like an orange paint thing on it. But nonetheless, as a rock, it looks nice. It kind of saddens me, because like maybe there was something cool underneath the paint that isn't showing now because it's being painted, but oh, it's still nice. Okay, so this is really cool. We got some more quartz here, but then there's this other thing. I'm not sure what it is exactly, whether it's like black quartz or what it is. There's gonna be people who are like, what is the one? It's not a geologist. Is it? Experts on rocks. And they're gonna be here and be like, oh, not everything is quartz, stupid. Anyway, so it's these black shiny bits here. And I always like to see those in rocks, because it's a little more rare than quartz, as far as I know. On this side, it's got a bit of a goldy color to it, too, right in there. Again, I really hope that this is showing up on camera, or at least focusing, so I'm not just sitting here being like, and here's a blurry rock, and here's a blurry rock. Oh look, a blurry rock. By the way, this is like a third of my collection. I have a lot of rocks collected through the years. Again, another spearhead looking thing, because it's a triangle, of course. It's very shiny and pinkish. Sparkle, sparkle. Here's another one of those rocks, like this one. It's similar to this one. It is a really cool shape, actually. I don't know, I think it'd be cool to have that on like a necklace or something, but it's like super, that'd be super like cumbersome. And it's got all sorts of like almost greeny type things, but there's more like pinks and whites and blacks. And they're definitely like crystals in there, so yeah, it's pretty cool. I think those two were found near the water, because this one I think has some algae on it still. I find a lot of rocks near the water because I find like they'll be wet at the beach or whatever, and then I'm like, oh, that looks really awesome, and then you take them home and then they dry off and it's like, oh, it's alright now, I guess, but they look way cooler when they're wet. Oh, wow, wow. I just amazed myself with this one rock. So, you see how, like, it looks cool and stuff, but it's fairly average, right? But then you flip it over, and it's like, what? It's like me. I'm so average, but on the inside, I'm crazy. So yeah, it's got some nice quartz and rose quartz and lovely little things throughout it, so that's nice. Next, I'm trying to make this video not as long as the last one, because nobody wants to hear me talk about rocks for like an hour. Again, a nice one with a lot of rose quartz, or like nice pinky stuff. Yeah, here's an interesting one. I'm fairly certain this just was once a brick that was worn down by the water and sort of just turned into this. This is definitely one of the rocks that, although it looks nice now, definitely looks better when wet. Let me see if I can, because it's got like this orangey stuff. Yeah, here we go. Oh, hi, spider. So let me show you this, now that it's a little damp. It's a little bit moisturized. See, look how orange that is now. Like, isn't that crazy? I'm hoping it really shows up on the camera, because if not, then you'll be like, "It looks the same," said Sylvester Stallone. I thought this rock was cool because it's sharp and skinny and kind of like a cornflake. This one's shiny. This one is really cool, but I think it may just be covered in whiteout, I think. Nonetheless, it's got this shiny end on it, and yeah, it's like that. Kind of like a tooth. This rock shape, it's just another piece of quartz, but this rock shape, I seem to see a lot in quartz, especially. After collecting a lot of rocks, you kind of notice patterns in the shapes that rocks come in, shapes and sizes. Not sure why there's a pencil in here, but there is. There's actually 3 of them. Another cool looking tooth-like one. That one actually really looks like a tooth, but it's not. I don't think. It could be, but it's fairly flat, so I would imagine that it's not. And it's all shiny too, so that's not particularly common among teeth, unless you are a dentist. Here's another one that looks nice in water. Let me just shine it up here. Nice pinks and oranges. Another shiny one. I have a lot of shiny rocks, in case you haven't noticed. Shiny rock. He will give you another big one. This one's really cool because it's got a lot of fool's gold or something in it. And it's just a really cool shape. Yeah. I know that if I were a cave person, I would probably be attempting to use this as a tool, which may be a foolish move on my part considering this crack in it. But, I don't know. Also kind of looks like a footprint. Like a little foot. So, yeah, that's pretty cool. That's, again, another one of the larger rocks in my collection. I think this is another piece of the other 2 that you saw earlier. People will be watching this video and be like, which 2? There were like 50 at this point. I can't believe I'm still watching this. I feel like a lot of people after a while are like, they all look the same now. Why is he still showing them? Yeah, so this one's a nice one because it has that pinky side and then it's got that sort of dark clear stuff right there. So that's pretty cool. This one reminds me of a koi fish with the coloring. I think this one is also being painted, and I'm not sure why I keep getting painted rocks, all of which, might I add, are painted the same shade of bronze. They may have come from the same beach or something, but there it is. And that's pretty cool, but this one actually does have a couple things that somewhat resemble a fossil on the back, so I will show you that. Oh, this one's really cool. This is a piece of quartz. Yes, I know, another piece of quartz. But this one has just a thin line of blue, dark blue, right through it. And hopefully it shows up on the camera. But yeah, that's the thin line of dark blue. And I thought that was pretty cool, so I kept that one for that reason. I wish I could remember each and every story to go with each of these rocks so that it would be more interesting. Evidently though, I really like these rocks that have the pink and black sort of thing going on there. This one is an interesting shape because it goes straight, 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 round. So that's interesting. I know it's probably just a piece of a bigger round rock, but hey, I'm a boring person, so. Cool thing, looks like a tooth. Or quartz. Cool rock. Like a tooth. This one's also actually really interesting. It's, I'm pretty sure it's just another quartz, but the way that it's almost sort of cut is, I think it's interesting. But it's all very straight, you know? Well, except for the top. Well, even still, yeah. So I find that interesting because all of the, I don't know if you can see it, but the lines all go one way. We are nearing the bottom of the bag, you'll be happy to know. More rose quartz. And this one is sort of an orangey reddish color. So here's a different looking one than the others that you've seen. It's sort of like a bird egg, I guess. This has like a cool sort of rusty thing going through it. Yeah, I'm not sure what it's from, but it looks like blood. Blood! And this one is really cool. Like, it looks like a lump of clay. Like, it looks like someone was like molding it into the shape it is today. And also, I've never seen a rock in this color before, unless it was painted. So, and which this is not. I'm definitely 100% certain about that. That makes sense to be that color, so yeah, I think that's pretty cool. And it's also kind of like prehistoric eraser looking thing. So if you've taken art in school, you've probably seen the moldable erasers, and that's what that reminds me of. This one's really cool. It's just a flat piece of quartz, but I don't know, looks pretty cool to me. I mean, I guess all of these looked pretty cool to me at one point in time or another, hence why I picked them up. Another one of these. It's strange, I never really noticed how many similar rocks I picked up. Another one that I thought was interesting because it's got the rounded side and the two flat ones. I mean, again, it's a piece of broken rock, but it's also got some possible fossilization on the end there. And also here. Another one that I'm pretty sure is concrete. It still looks interesting and has something interesting in the middle there. Go away, pencil. Nobody likes you. This one's really cool because it's orange instead of the usual red. So it's black and orange. Kind of like a tiger tail looking thing. This one looks like an iceberg. More quartz. But it's also got the black stuff on the bottom. Shiny black stuff. This right here, I thought it looked like a Mentos. Which, unless, if you don't know, is a candy. And see how round it is? It's just so round and nice the shape. So that one's a nice one, I think.
What else is there in here?
That's a feather. This one is really interesting because it's got some bits of quartz and it's layered. You can see the layers very clearly. And it's also got a lot of the black shiny stuff on the bottom as opposed to the ones that usually have like a bit, but not a lot. So here is the layering as well as the piece of quartz. And here's the shiny black stuff. See, that's a fair bit for the size of the rock. Another one that I was fairly certain was a piece of an arrowhead. Very flat. Another one. I like shale. Shale is cool.
I'm sure a lot of people like shale, especially for skipping.
Yeah, we're getting into all the dustiness from the deteriorating. The crumbly rock. More quartz. I'm not sure what this one is, but I think it's really cool because it has like this little hole in it that kind of looks like a keyhole, maybe. So that's interesting, and it's also a trapezoid. So that's interesting and unique. Road quartz. This one is really cool, actually. It's just another quartz, but it's all very smooth, and I think would look really cool in a necklace or something. And this one's not as heavy as the other one I said would look good in a necklace. So. And again, it's got black lines and rose quartz throughout it. Some more quartz that looks like a claw or something. And it also has the black stuff on the back. I'm fairly certain this is another shape that I see a lot in rocks. You may have already seen it in this video before, and I don't remember at this point. So yeah, it's one of the common rock shapes that happen. Now this, if you're still watching, lucky you, because now you actually get to see an actual fossil, okay? And I know for 100% certain that this is a fossil. It is a shell. I mean, I know it's not a big deal. You can find shell fossils fairly easily. But, I mean, it's a fossil. And I like fossils. This is really cool because it looks like fake crab meat. The color of fake crab meat. Really vibrant red and white. Some more quartz. You'd think it's like my favorite rock or something. Nah, it's just the easiest one to find. Another really nice, smooth, glassy sort of quartz. That would look nice on a necklace. Or, I suppose, any piece of jewelry.
We're so close to being done. Oh boy.
I got a ton of sand in my hand. I don't like sand. Not in my hand. I mean, I look at it at the beach, but not where it doesn't belong. Which is in my bed. This one has a fossil in it. Another shell. Surprise, surprise. It's very tiny, but it's right on the end there. And I'm hoping it shows up. And this is a really cool one. Look at all the shininess. All of the shiny. And it's just a cool shape in general. Another one. I may have actually smashed a rock open to get these. Because I have a habit of doing that sometimes when I think that there may be something inside. Like geodes. Geodes are cool. Geodes are when you got a regular looking rock on the outside and it's round, but it's got like crystals and stuff on the inside, so that's cool. Another quartz that looks like a spearhead, arrowhead thing. Interesting. Oh, and this one has like a blacky blue lines through it. Oh, one of these nice white and pink ones, and a really sharp black and white quartz piece, which I think is probably one of the coolest pieces in here. Just look at that shape. It's like the angstiness of the rock world. All of it. All of the angst. And the last one is this little tiny thing. So, that is the entirety of my bag of rocks. From a beach one day, a long time ago, that I can't exactly remember where it was or when or why any of it was happening. But I hope this video wasn't too long, and especially considering the last one was like an hour. But I really wanted to show off the game in that one. Anyways, I hope you guys liked this. If you did, you can like or whatever. But also, please leave a comment, because I would really like to know if you guys want to see more of this. I have way better rocks, I can promise you. This is, okay, put it this way. There's a reason these rocks are in a bag, okay? Compared to my other rocks that are like in tubes and cabinets and everything, like specially kept. I have knickknacks and all sorts of things like that, little pieces of metal and stuff that I collected over the years. So if you guys are interested, from various things, so if you guys are interested in seeing any of those things, please let me know. If you'd like to see more of this, I don't know, it was sort of an experiment to see what I could get away with. So yeah, and again I apologize for the movement of the camera. Like I say, it's in my bed, so welcome to my bed. Anyway, thank you so much for watching. I hope that someone out there got some enjoyment out of it, because I like rocks, so I'm hoping that other people like rocks. And maybe you didn't enjoy it. Maybe you clicked away in the first 5 seconds or the first 2 minutes, like my analytics tell me everyone does. But hey, either way, if you got some enjoyment out of it, cool. If not, that's cool too. I hope you don't leave the channel just because of the one video you didn't like, so yeah. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I will see you guys later, and I hope you all have an awesome day. Bye! But yeah, it's one of my favorite Flash games. So as you can see, this is a game made by Nitro. This is why I love it. Listen to this music. Now I gotta clean up all these rocks in my bed. Hope there's no sand in my bed. Yeah. Look at my balloons, my graduation balloons, and my kitty. Hi, kitty.
When you grad
Say hello.